Hey, you all, how y'all doing out there? Y'all doing all right? I hope so. I hope so. Thank you for tuning in to Inspiration Mondays. And hey, you all, I'm sorry about last Monday. I'm sorry I couldn't post anything. Just had a lot going on last Monday. But thank you that you continue to inbox me. You send messages letting me know that, hey, you're waiting on this. You're waiting on this to occur so that you can pertain it to your everyday life. So thank you for still linking up and connecting with me, letting me know like, hey, Orvis, where you at? So that motivates me and drives me to keep this going. But I want to touch something. This is a touchy issue, guys. What I'm getting ready to talk to you about, and it's about marriage before pregnancy. And I know you like, man, it's like it's. I'm not going to say it's a fad, but we do it. A lot of people do it so loosely. You can be in a relationship, or some people are not in a relationship, but they tend to, to have babies. And I just want to let you know the cause and effect behind that. And you know what? I really want to tell you, if you can hold off, if you can just sustain, just from not having a child before marriage, it's okay. And if you probably failed in that area, you've already had a baby before. I'm talking about right now. We're just putting a stop to it. Ladies saying, you know what? If that guy wants to have a baby, wait a minute. You need to put a ring on his finger. You need to, what are we gonna do? We need to tie the knot so we can be equally yoked before starting a family. Our fellas, come on now. If these ladies want to have a baby, I mean, you need to be a leader, and you need to stand up and be like, hold on, baby girl. Before having this child, we need to sit down. We need to get counseling. There's some things we need to talk about before having a baby. You know what? Having a baby isn't easy. It's going to take two of you all to have a baby, and I just want to touch on some things about that. The reason why, the importance of, I think you should get married before having a child, because guess what? You get into these relationships, and the relationships right now, you guys are not really connected to each other. I mean, you're living with each other. It's common law. You're not married, and it's so easy for somebody to walk away because you're not linked to each other. You can just walk right out of the relationship. And I hate to say it, but predominantly it's 70% of the man that's walking away and leaving the woman with that burden, with that child to carry that. So the woman's not going to leave the child that she's bare for 9 months. That's her baby. So it's so easy for a man to walk away and start a whole new life. And it's just, and I think it's unfair. Or I do know some men that do take care of their babies, where the woman just walk out. The guys, they got to take care of those kids themselves, and that's not right. That's why I feel that you guys need to tie that knot, become equally yoked, connect, get married. Put a ring on that thing and be like, okay. After you give them the benefit of the doubt, and you be like, all right, I think we look at our relationship. We're married. We're moving. We're having a deeper connection for each other. Hey, let's take it up a notch and have a baby. I mean, why not? So I think marriage should be a commitment, before even trying to, before having any kids. Why is that? Because once you get married, you got to understand your household. You're trying to have a good foundation of, what I'm saying, of parenting, of parenthood. It takes two to parent, guys. It takes two people, to be some parents. It's going to take the mom that's going to be there to nurture that baby. It's going to take the father that can lead by example. And as your kids grow up, as they grow up in a household and they begin to see some things, it's like there's nothing that's missing there. They see mommy, they see daddy. So what do they do? They grow up and they want to model those footsteps like mommy and daddy. It says in Proverbs 22:6, it says, train up a child in the way that they should go. Train up a child in the way that they should go. They're growing up, they're looking at mommy, they're looking at daddy. They see the love that you guys have as far as husband and wife. So when they grow up, they're not going to want to get in a loose, I call it a loose relationship, to where their babies are involved, but there's no connection. You guys they're not knitted to anybody, but because it's common law marriage. I mean, what's common law? You can't do anything with common law. You have more rights being married than being unwedded. I'm just telling you that. Look it up. I can give you some research on that. But it's very important. And look up Urban Institute. Go to Urban Institute. And they say right now, if you have a baby, outside of marriage, like poverty. Look at the poverty that strikes the mother or the father, with being alone, with parenting that child. Like as far as women, look at all this, the support system. When you have one parent working, they have to work 40 hours a week. If you're working 40 hours a week, I mean, your kids is going to school like 8 hours a day. I mean, you're not really home with them to nurture them and give them that time that they need, because you're trying to pay bills and put a roof over their head. So there's something that's missing there. Time spent, quality time, intimate time with the child, because you're trying to work and you're trying to put food on the table. So, you got to understand, when one parent is working, then one parent can be there providing the love, verbatim, it has to be a balance there, so there's, it's just that plays a part. Or even if single mothers, or single fathers trying to get their education, they got to go to school for 4 years and they're working, trying to pay bills. Not to mention, you got to parent. You have to parent that child. There's some things. There's you just can't do it alone. So there's some things that you have to work on in that area. You just don't understand. Marriage offers security. It offers security. When it's two. If somebody goes down with the illness, or if the wife is pregnant and she can't work, what does the father do? He leads by example and be like, baby, I'm gonna hold it down. I got you. I'm gonna take care of these bills while you lay back and just hang with the kids. Verbatim, like I said, if the father gets laid off, the mother can work and the dad can stay at home until he get back on his feet. I'm telling you guys, try not to have any more babies, before marriage. Marriage is so important. Marriage is so important. It says in Ephesians 6:1, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. It said, children, obey your parents. Your parents. You know what? It's designed for mom and dad to be together. It's designed for mom and dad to be together, to uphold the household and keeping the household in order. A mother has to be in the house to nurture. A mother has to be in the house to uphold order. A dad has to be in the house to uphold leadership. A dad has to be in the house as far as with disciplining the child, and send them on the path that they need to take, giving them direction. You have to have that. Mom and dad have to be around. And come on, ladies, if you feel like that guy, if you're unsure about some things, hey, don't lay up and have these babies anymore until somebody put a ring on it. Man, don't be going out there dipping and dabbing, trying to making babies without putting a ring on it. It's very important that you come equally yoked, you get connected before these babies come. Guess what? Because these babies have to pay a great cost of it. They have to pay a great cost for it. And I'm just speaking to you. This is testimony. I'm a product of a single parent home with my mother. My mother did an excellent job. My mother, she worked nights for years just to take care of me and my brothers and my sisters for years, just so she could be with us at home in the daytime. But I seen her tired. I seen her going through so much. I seen her make so many sacrifices because one was missing. And all I'm saying is, guys, just think about it. You just think about it. No baby is an accident. You know what you're doing. Play it cool. Play your cards right. Marriage before pregnancy. It's very important. You're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your kids, so your kids can grow up and see. Man, I see what mom's doing. Like I said, if you failed in that area and you slipped up a little bit, it's okay. Learn from it. Don't keep making the same mistake. Grow from it. Plant that seed. Plant that seed within your kids and let them see you make changes. If you failed in that area already, it's okay. All right. But it's very important. What you do in your household, you're setting the atmosphere and you're setting the tone on how you want your kids to be. I want my kids to grow up and be better than me. So what do I have to do? What do I have to do? I mean, I have to give them a direction of hope. I have to give them a direction with confidence. I have to give them the playbook and say, you know what, this daddy went down this left lane and I made a mistake in this area. So you need to go right so you won't make the same mistake as me. We need to do that as parents. All right. I only do this out of love, because I care about the well-being of you and your kids. All right. So that's what's up, y'all. Marriage before pregnancy. Very important. All right. You guys take care. Inspiration Mondays. I am out and I will see you next Monday. Holla.